Hey, I'm Victoria Haffer. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to share with you one of my most favorite yin poses. And Yin Yoga, I have started to integrate it into my vinyasa practice. Typically into my body matrix flow, I like to incorporate at least one yin pose at the end of the practice. And the really cool thing about the yin practice is it really gets into softening and deepening into more of the connective tissue and into the fascia. So we're holding the poses typically for about 3 to 5 minutes. And so this specific exercise I'm going to show you will help to, first of all, open up and stretch the your pec muscles, and also the muscles that attach to the base of the skull, your upper traps, and often we tend to hold a lot of muscular tension in those areas. So I think you're going to really love this. So set your timer for maybe start with 3 minutes and then work up to 5 minutes, and we're going to do both sides. So it's going to look like this. All you're going to need is a little block or something at least of this height, and you're going to use it as a little pillow. And come to the side and turn your head, let the right arm go behind, and then just begin to turn the body. So take the top leg, and if you can, bring the foot behind the other leg. And then the palm is facing down on the back arm. And so you want to come to a point where you're feeling a mild stretch and just coming to the beginning of your edge in this pose. And then just breathe. You can relax, you can meditate. Perhaps you're working with a specific mantra. If you have no idea what that means, you can just pick a word that brings lightness to you. It could be joy, it could be love, it could be peace, or if you have your own mantra that you work with. And you could just use this time to cultivate some stillness, cultivating some deep relaxation. Maybe you want to just focus on the breath, using the breath as an anchor. And you may notice that after a minute or so that you'll begin to soften, or maybe even be able to go a little bit deeper. So you're going to use your own body to create more depth if it's okay. So think about spiraling the chest and the ribs up toward the sky and allowing for this leg to go back further. Now, if that creates too much of a sensation in your bottom shoulder, then don't do that. So you can come forward just a little bit, dropping the top shoulder forward a little bit more, and you'll notice that will lessen the sensation. And so just taking a few breaths here. And in society, we tend to be human doers instead of human beers, right? So giving yourself permission daily, on a daily basis, to just take some time for you. Even if it's just a few moments to sit quietly, or maybe take your favorite yin pose and make that a part of your daily life. Just like we shower and brush our teeth every day, right? Make yoga a part of your regimen. And again, if you set your timer, if you don't have, you can use a kitchen timer, or there's lots of apps now for the smartphones that you can download and have a little chime at the end. And at the end of the 3 to 5 minutes, then slowly begin to roll out. So watch me straighten out that top leg and begin to roll onto your belly. Just move the block out of the way. And then turn to the side, let both arms come down by your side. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So typically I would just go here, but because I'm not going to put my back to you, I'm going to switch over. So again, finding the block, use it as your pillow, straightening out the back arm, palm facing down, and just stack hip upon hip. And you can work this way, but if you want to deepen it, if that feels like it's not enough of a sensation or you're not at your edge, take the top leg and bring the foot down behind you. And take a nice deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And again, taking the time to cultivate stillness in the mind and in the body. And taking the time to just get past the muscular system and addressing the connective tissue, tendons and the fascia. Remember, we hold issues in our tissues, right? So we do hold emotional energy in the body. And often through these long, deep holdings, you may have a memory that comes up, and just allow for it to come to the surface and just gently release it. And just be mindful that you understand the difference between working with the muscle and maybe the fascia and not anything that could create sharp shooting pains or numbness or tingling. If any of that does come up, you definitely want to readjust the body. And if you need to come out, do that too, slowly and gently. If the readjustment doesn't help. Again, if we're looking to deepen, think about opening up the shoulders and the chest more to the sky. If you're feeling like it's a little too much strain in the shoulder, that's not serving you, then you can just drop the top leg down, keeping the hips stacked, and stay at that edge. You can play some peaceful music while you do this, or just focus on your breath. And again, at the end of your 3 to 5 minute segment, slowly begin to come out of the pose. Begin to roll onto your belly and just move the block away and come face down. And just allow for both arms to come down by your side. And then bring the hands in front, gently press up. A moment and see if you can notice any opening or any release. Maybe noticing a greater range of motion in the neck and in the upper back. Thanks for joining me. Have the best day ever. See you soon.